So think about what you say. So if that person was to steal a certain amount, of course, with all the shurut, right? If it was, then his hands were cut off. So would you say 11-year-old is ready? Now he's jumped to 18. Okay, we're going from 11 to 18. So the point is, the reason why I'm doing this exercise with you is because this is not fixed. Because even like today, even in different countries, you have different laws. They say at 16 the person becomes an adult, at 18 the person becomes an adult, all these things. Even, for example, with women, which is not to do with Jum'ah, but just separate, is that at what point does a girl become a woman? Don't have an answer to the question. And that's why, because in certain cultures, in certain communities, in certain weather, in certain temperatures, some girls, they start menstruation very young. And some start very, very late. So you can't have a fixed age. So this is why some of the scholars, they had this debate, and it's still ongoing. Some say puberty, al-ihtilam, so when the child had their first wet dream. Or some say 15, like Imam Ahmad, he said just fix it at 15. But the correct answer to this is you have to look at your own community. Okay, and look at average when you would say a person is now ready. Yeah, when the person is now an adult. So there are different ways, like even in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs us one of the ways to test whether your child is mature or not is to test them financially, right? To give them a task. Give them money to go to the shop and say, go get, obviously this is not in the Quran, but the meaning is there, right? So go to the shops and buy some bread or milk. So then you give them a £10 and say, go get some milk. Child comes back, spent all the money. You say, what happened? Oh, I bought the bread. So you know this person is not financially mature, so you've got to wait a little bit. So even the Quran encourages to test them to see when they're able to carry responsibilities, because the consequences then are severe. So again, let's leave it. So some say, scholarly speaking, some say wet dream, and some say 15. Yeah.